My name is Senske. It's a privilege to be with you today, at least by video. There's a commentator that has described 2020 as the year we couldn't breathe. George Floyd, 8 minutes and 45 seconds. The thousands who are on ventilators. The parent who's attempting to homeschool for the first time. The senior citizen who's unable to leave her retirement community. My guess is there have been times where all of us simply haven't been able to breathe this year. As we return to God's Word, a story that keeps coming to my mind is the story of the Good Samaritan found in Luke 10. And we all know this famous story where the man was beaten and robbed and left to die on the side of the road. The priest and the Levite pass him by, and finally the Good Samaritan stops to help. And Jesus uses this story to teach us who is our neighbor. And oftentimes we think about the priest and Levite not stopping because they were late to a meeting, they simply didn't have the time. However, Martin Luther King, in a book he wrote titled The Measure of a Man, reminds us that the road from Jerusalem to Jericho was indeed a dangerous road. And what happened to the man who was beaten could have happened to the priest and the Levite. And so they thought, if I stop and help this man, what will happen to me? And then the Good Samaritan comes along, and by the very nature of his concern, he reverses the question. If I do not stop and help this man, what will happen to him? The Good Samaritan was great because he had the mental equipment for dangerous altruism. The Good Samaritan was great because he could surround the length of his life with the breadth of life. And the Good Samaritan was great because not only had he risen to certain heights of economic security, he could also condescend to the depth of human need. So as we continue in 2020, I ask that you ask this question. Who have I been called to serve today? Who has God placed in my path to serve today? Who is my neighbor? Thank you.